hallway. Cause you feeling it the hallway.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jasmine. In today's video, I'm going to be doing it's a get ready with me. But I'm going to be talking about what I learned in my 20s in this past year. So I turned 30 July 2021, and I have compiled a list of things that I have personally learned while in my 20s. I took the year 2021 to do a lot of self-discovery, a lot of self-healing, a lot of self-loving. You know, I'm still on that journey. I haven't healed all the way, but I definitely have learned a lot about myself, bad and good things. And I wanted to share that all with you for the new year. I actually took a break the month of December. I did not record anything. I had footage, but I just never uploaded it because I wanted to take that moment to just like wind down, get my thoughts together, and figure out what I wanted to do this coming year. 2021 was a great year for me. Like I said, I learned a lot. I went through a lot, but I noticed that I did not go as hard as I wanted to. I was very lazy with myself, and I was lazy. Well, I was fearful. I was scared to just step out of, my comfort zone. So I took December to reflect and relax, and now I'm coming back, and it's January, and I'm really excited. So this is going to be the first video for January. So I'm glad that you are here with me. If you are, hanging out with me or whatever. Notice I'm rambling, so I'm going to go ahead and just get the video started. I am doing a voiceover in this video because I am sharing an office with my husband. My daughter is sitting here, so I didn't want to talk to you guys right here because he has meetings and stuff like that. I refreshed my hair. So I installed this wig on Friday, and it just needed a little bit of refreshing. So all the hair details will be in the description box below, and I'll show you how I refreshed my hair, and I did this makeup while I tell you guys what I learned in my 20s. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. Mwah. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and just jump right in. I have a few major points that I wanted to go over and discuss. Life lessons that I learned in my 20s that I think that will help you in your life going out of a decade and entering into a new decade. The first thing I want to talk about are friendships. In my 20s, I went through 2 major friendship breakups. These friends were friends from childhood, and we were thick as thieves at one point. I'm not going to go into like why or the final straw of the breakup, but just know like it was very detrimental to me. Like it really hurt me to my core because these were my girls. Like when I tell you it was us against the world, it was really us against the world. But while I was going through those breakups, I thought like, F them bitches, like they can go to hell. They can kiss my ass. But of course that was my initial reaction. Like, I don't want to talk about them. Screw them. I erased them out of my life. But as I got older, I realized that, it was just us growing apart. We were in 3 different points of our lives. I had just had a baby. I got out of a toxic relationship. I was entering into a brand new relationship. I was like in love. When I tell you in love, I was in love. The other one was, doing her thing, and the other one was in and out of relationships, and so we weren't on the same page. So eventually, we just lost a commonality amongst us. That is natural. Like I said, we grew, and we grew in 3 different directions, and we moved in 3 different directions. So if you're going through a friendship breakup, or if you feeling like your main bitch is not doing it for you anymore, don't think that she's trying to be shady. It may just be that you guys are growing. You're growing and evolving, and maybe that relationship isn't supposed to be a lifelong relationship. Maybe that relationship is actually supposed to be a seasonal relationship, and there's nothing wrong with that. Take what you can out of that relationship, your life lessons, what you did wrong, what you didn't do wrong, or how you can be a better person from that relationship, instead of harboring on it and being hateful towards that person. That was a major revelation for me, is to actually forgive them, even if they didn't say sorry, which I want to say one of us, we actually did have a conversation, just letting everything go, because we all turned 30 this past year. So we all grew up, definitely. So we had a conversation, and we just realized we just grew apart, and that it was nothing wrong with that. So that's my first point. It's friendships expire, and it's no beef, and it's nothing wrong with that. Okay. The next thing I want to talk to you about is therapy. Therapy is a journey. I went into my 20s, so when I started therapy, I knew that, let me backtrack. I knew that I needed therapy. I knew it, especially after I had my child, when I moved on my own. I knew that I was harboring a lot of anger and hurt, and I knew that I wanted to heal from, things that I was going through. I have a lot of trauma, and I know trauma is thrown around very loosely nowadays, but when I tell you I do have a lot of trauma that affect me to this day, I really do. So anyway, I looked for a therapist, found a therapist, and I really went into therapy okay, this is my issue. Now tell me how to fix it, so we can just be done with this, so I won't have to feel this way anymore. I am so sick of feeling anxious, depressed, sad, codependent. I'm tired of feeling like this, so just tell me what I need to do. And she was like, no, I'm not going to tell you. I can't tell you what to do. I can help you through the journey to process your feelings, so you can figure out what to do. Again, I started therapy in 2018, 2019, the end of 2018 going into 2019. So, and what drove me to go to therapy is a very toxic is thrown around a lot too, but if you know this person was toxic. But anyway, I expressed my feelings to a certain person, and I was like, I always feel so angry inside. I can't seem to get over this anger or hurt. And they were like, okay, well, what you want me to do about it? And I was like, that's a weird response. Shit. You know what I'm saying? That's weird. So, then we got into it, and she was like, oh, you know what's wrong with you? You're just so angry. Nobody's done anything to you. You're just so angry, so you need to go get help. And from that point, I was like, okay, y'all are not for me at this point in my life. I have to really detach, and I do need to go get help, because when I tell you I wanted to lash out, I was fuming. Okay? So I did. I took her advice and I went and got my therapist, and I've been going consistently. Here and there, I had to stop for a couple of months, but I've been going every week, and it's definitely changed my life for the better. I am able to process my feelings a lot better, and also deal with people a lot better. I'm able to set my boundaries and stick to my boundaries. And one of the key things that my therapist told me when we first start talking, I'm gonna always remember this, is I was expressing to her, like, I don't understand how I can just be this great person. I'm a great person to everybody. I just give and give and give. And they shit on me. Like, they really do shit on me. And she was saying, and she responded, you need to lower your expectations. Everybody's not going to be like you. Everybody's not going to care like you. And everybody's not going to do anything like you. So if they show you that this is how they act, you need to take it and set your boundaries around how they act. If they are always complaining and miserable, don't talk to them all the time, because that's going to dampen or harbor, that's going to dampen your spirits, you know? So I will always take that with me, and from that conversation, I definitely have been able to deal with a lot of the relationships a lot better. I know that was a lot for my second point, but moving on, and to piggyback off of the therapy conversation, I'm gonna talk about boundaries, okay? Because those are important. You know, you need to set your boundaries. I know that in the Black community, you know, boundaries are not respected. You know, I'm the mother, so I can do whatever I want. I'm the father, so I can do whatever I want, and you're my child, so you're gonna have to deal with it. And no, absolutely not, especially as a grown-ass adult, okay? I am grown. I've been grown for a long time. I have my own house. I have my husband. We have kids. I have bills, big girl bills. I'm not going to just do what you say because you said it and because you're my mom. If it doesn't make sense to me, I'm just not going to do it. You know? So I had to set boundaries. And I'm just talking in general, but I had to set boundaries, and setting boundaries does not make me a bad person at all, you know? And setting boundaries is going to be really hard, especially for the people that you set the boundaries for. They are not going to respect it. They're going to be angry. They're going to lash out. They're not going to understand. They're going to tell you that you have changed. You're not the same person. All of this. They're going to say all of it. And it's going to hurt you. It hurt me deeply, because I'm like, I'm not that person. I know the person that I am. I know the person that I try to be. So I'm not this person that you make me out to be. But it's because they're not able to use you the same way they did in the past. So they're going to be angry, you know what I'm saying? But you have to just stick with your guns. You setting boundaries, or I'm going to talk about me. Me setting boundaries helped me tremendously with my mental health. I was always anxious. If a certain person called me, especially calling me back to back to back, always anxious of, what do they want? I don't have anything. I cannot help right now. I'm going to have to explain why I can't help right now. I don't want to hear the drama. I was always anxious trying to answer the phone or having a conversation. And I set a boundary. And all of that has been lifted off my shoulders. I do not feel the same way. Even talking to them right now, I do not feel the same way, because I don't allow that energy past to get to me anymore. So set your boundaries, kids. Not kids, but you know. And setting boundaries, it does not make you a bad person. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. If you know about Chloe and Haley and Ungodly Hour, I want to say their song is called Lonely. And if you haven't heard it, go listen to it. But that's my anthem. Like, in my 20s, I was so codependent. And I was codependent in toxic relationships. And I had a toxic boyfriend, and I knew that that shit was fucking toxic. Like, I knew that was not for me. But I also knew that I wanted to feel love. I wanted to feel something. I wanted to feel cherished. And then when he did cherish me, I was over the moon. He couldn't tell me nothing. But it was very short lived at times, and it wasn't a good situation. But it was because of my codependency. So once I got out of that situation, the revolving situation, I was by myself, and I had to be by myself. I learned a lot about myself, and I learned to be happy by myself. That way, when I got into another relationship, I wouldn't have to be codependent on that person. I wouldn't have to try to find validation or my happiness through that person. I'm able to be by myself and be happy, or be with you and be happy. It's all up to you. It's all how you gonna act, because I have that same energy, and I'm able to. And I think that's the benefit, or not the benefit, but like, I think that's why my marriage, or one of the reasons why my marriage is the way it is. It's because I'm able to not depend on him to be happy. I can be my own person, and he is able to see me as my own person instead of me taking the energy from him. And that's really, really important. So if you have to take a moment to be by yourself and think your thoughts, then do that. It's eye-opening. And if you're not able to do that right now, you need to figure out why you're not able to be by yourself. Why you need somebody around you. It's because you're not happy with yourself, probably. And you need to figure out why. Because nobody's going to make you happy. It's up to you to make yourself happy. Be with somebody that makes you happy. Yes, that's cool. But you are the main character in your story. You have to make yourself happy, okay? Another thing that I learned in my 20s is I may have been a toxic person. And I have to take accountability for me being a bad person, or a bad person in certain situations. Let me just clarify. I did not go out wreaking havoc on the world, okay? But in some situations, I knew what I was doing. I knew that I was trying to hurt a person, okay? I had to take accountability for my actions, my codependency, my toxic behavior, my manipulative behavior. I had to take accountability in order for me to change, in order for me to grow. Because I genuinely want, in this next decade and for the rest of my life, genuine relationships, genuine conversations, and people around me that love me for me, and I'm able to love them. And I wasn't able to love anybody the way I imagined, because I was acting in these behaviors. I was doing things that they weren't cool, okay? And it's a TikTok that is going around. It's like, is it me? Am I the problem? And like, yes, that you are the problem. And if you know anything about astrology, like, I'm a Cancer, okay? And Cancers, to people who don't know anything about astrology, they think that Cancers are crybabies. But Cancers are really in tune with emotion and not only their emotions, but the emotions around them. So they are able to, or we are able to manipulate emotions in situations. And I knew that I was able to do that. And I didn't do it for good. I did it for evil. It was my villain story. And every time I did it for evil, something evil would happen to me. Something bad would happen to me. And I was just like, I played the victim. Like, I don't understand why this is happening. I don't understand. I don't get it. But it's because I was attracting negative behavior. I was attracting negative energy because I was being negative. So I learned that, and I got out of those toxic environments, friends, family, boyfriends, workplaces. I've removed myself from all of it. And I have been nothing but, it's still a journey, okay? It's still a journey. I'm not going to say that I'm 100% fixed, but I feel 100% better. I would say 90% better. 90% better, okay? So take accountability for your actions. You're not the victim in all situations. You have to take responsibility for the part that you played in that. That's a life lesson, okay? The next thing is live in the moment. In my early 20s or my mid 20s, I was just so ready to get to the next level. I was not able to live in the moment. I do not have pictures, videos, memories, because for some reason I have like a short-term memory. I don't remember things that has happened to me, especially in my 20s. And I wasn't living in the moment because I was such in a rush to get to the next level, and I feel like I missed out. I feel like I essentially missed out, and I know I didn't because I did go places. I did great things. I graduated from college. I got my master's. There are things like I see that I've done, but I don't have any recollection. I don't have any great memories. I mean, I hope that I'm explaining this correctly. Anyway, I'm trying to say live in the moment. If you're 24 and you just bought your new car, congratulations. Appreciate it. Live in the moment. If, let's just say, you just graduated college and you don't have the dream job that you want right now, it will come. But be present in your presence right now and live your life for right now. Don't rush to get to the place, because wherever your destiny is your destiny. You're going to get there. So just live in the moment. That's important, okay? The next thing that I wanted to talk about, I think the last thing I'm going to talk about, is luxury is what you make it. I aspire to be a millionaire. Like, that's on my bucket list. I'm going to be a millionaire one day. But until then, I have to be luxurious on a budget. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? I know social media definitely plays a part in people's self-consciousness and them feeling like they're not worth it, or they're not it because they don't have a certain thing. And I felt like that. I felt like that for years. And I struggled. My struggle was real. I didn't come up until probably like a year, maybe a year and a half ago. So I've been struggling for a while. But I had the best times of my life while I was struggling, okay? And I still felt like a luxurious girl. I was just that girl, but I didn't have the Prada bag or the Dior bag, or, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have that, and I didn't want, at the time, I didn't want that. But I was able to grow. Okay, so when I grew and I changed jobs, and, you know, I built a little bit, my luxury changed, and I'm not out here spending $25,000 on a Birkin bag, not yet. And I don't have a G-Wagon. First of all, I don't like those cars, but that just came to my head. And I'm not spending thousands of dollars on shoes right now. But my luxury is, I like to go eat. Okay? I love to go spend a bag at a nice restaurant because I like to eat. So that's my luxury. Your luxury is what you make it. If you want to spend $500 on a wig, that is fine. That's not my ministry. That's your ministry. And it's nothing wrong with that. So you live your life for you and let other people live their lives for them. And with that, take a break from social media. I've taken plenty of breaks within 2020 and 2021 because social media will affect your mental health astronomically. It will make you feel like you're not doing enough. And I damn sure was doing enough, if not too much at one point. So take your breaks from social media. That is really, really important. So to wrap up what I talked about today, I hope you guys let me know in the comments down below if you appreciate it, or if you got anything, if you took anything away from this video. Let me know down below. And if you are leaving your 20s, tell me what you learned, or a life lesson that you learned leaving your 20s down in the comment section. But to wrap up, I wanted to go over friendships expire, and it's no beef. Y'all just grow apart. Therapy is a journey. Get a therapist and take your time with being healed. Set your boundaries. Be alone sometime. There's nothing wrong with that. Hold yourself accountable and be responsible for your own actions. And live in the moment. And your luxury is your luxury. Okay? Take time off of social media. Be present with yourself. Alright, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and be done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I'm so excited about this year. This year, I'm going to say it on this video, we are going to get 5,000 subscribers, if not more. But 5,000 is definitely the goal, and I think that we can make it. So if you love my content, please share it with your family and friends so they can love my content and, you know, subscribe, and we can grow our family. Follow me on my socials, Jazmine.20'S on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And yeah, everything that I use will be listed down in the description box. This hair is from LUVMEHAIR. I absolutely love it. It's so cute. And that's all that I have to say. So I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Mwah.